with another video. This is a vlog. Hopefully you guys have fun with me as I go shopping and do groceries and shit, but I just want to talk. Let's see, with the reading challenges, I already did a whole bunch of challenges that I completed, which I'm so proud of myself. I think I only have one challenge left to go for Grinchathon, and technically I did complete it because it's the green and black. Obviously I'm black and I'm wearing green lipstick with a green eye look. I'll show you guys later, or pictures later, but the thing, originally I wanted to use the Nomad palette from Juvia's place, but that stuff has not come in yet. It comes in tomorrow, which is actually the last day of Grinchathon, but I don't think it'll come in time for the time that I want to do it. So yeah, not to mention all the controversy with Juvia's place, and like I'm not gonna lie, I was petrified when it comes for ordering online with Juvia's place because their customer service is horrendous. Like, I think it's a graded F for online customer service. So imagine how happy I was a few years ago when I discovered that Juvia's place was now in Ulta. It wasn't a few years ago, maybe like last year. Yeah, so Juvia's place is now in Ulta. Obviously not everything is in Ulta, but I can't wait for that day to come. So I will never have to deal with Juvia's place customer service ever again. I remember maybe a long time ago when I got the Nubian palette, which is like the neutral palette, I did experience some weird stuff with it, but like I wasn't as assertive as I was back then with my shit. And that was like, what, back when I was a teenager? So yeah, now I'm a lot more assertive and with my shit, so obviously it's my money. But yeah, there's some craziness going on with Juvia's place. I know like they still have some controversy with them, as I mentioned. I really want to get their Fumi collaboration stuff. Fumi is this online, Fumi is an online influencer. She's an older black woman. I think she's in her mid-50s. I think she just turned 56. I don't know. Don't quote me. But I love her. Now then, I was so conflicted because around the time that she announced her collaboration was when the company owner had a lot of issues pertaining a man by Baltimore Skeletor star here on YouTube and out here. Anyway, I'll like leave some videos down below, but like I'm not gonna lie, I have my eye on them. Okay, like some of them, it's just that when it comes for all these makeup companies that just so happen to be white, you find that, you know, a lot of them have been doing a lot of shady shit over the years, have been caught doing some shady shit, but yet, you know, money is, and I'm guilty of this too, putting money in their pocket, and I'm quick to like cancel, but like I don't know, when it comes for a black company, like I kind of want to, but at the same time I want my people to win, hence why I'm still going to support them from like occasionally, you know. It's kind of difficult because I think they need someone else for their PR team. I think they need someone else for, you know, their social media, because Chi-Chi, who's the owner of Juvia's place, is not it. They better, like, no, they need someone else, because the whole cursing out other people's customers and all that other stuff, no, I want my people to win, but there's just some craziness going on over at Juvia's place, and I don't like how they treat their black customers, especially when, without us, you definitely wouldn't have been able to sponsor your bigger, you know, companies. It's a whole bunch of hot mess, but either way, I got my eye on them, you know. But let me talk about a few books that I am currently reading. I'm currently reading With a Fire on High and Dominicana. With a Fire on High is from Elizabeth Aviedo and Aciedo, and Dominicana is from Angie Cruz. I'm actually reading them for a separate video, which once I like post it up, I'm actually going to pre-record, yay, a whole bunch of like different videos for like this topic of books, things in books that I hate, which is what it's going to be about. But basically I'm going to create completely separate videos for each trope, so that way and privatize it, so that way when I'm ready to like when I'm finished reading and want to focus on the tropes that I hate and try to look for good books that might you know ease me into it, then I will, you know, unprivatize it and then start my vlogging process of reading those books that pertain to that trope or setting or, you know, subject matter. Because yeah, but yeah, I'm reading those two books for, you know, a different video, which will be coming up soon, as soon as I'm done reading those two books. Yeah, what else am I reading? I'm also reading The Last Widow by which is Will Trent number 9. It's the 9th book of the Will Trent series, by Corinne Slaughter. I'm so happy. I only got 7 hours left. The whole audiobook is 17 hours at most. So I can't wait to finish. What else? Oh yeah, I'm currently doing a reading vlog for Millionaire Wives by Tishonda L. Whitaker. This is the first book of the Millionaire Wives Club. There's a whole, the main reason why I'm doing it separately is because I know I want to review it, and I want to film my reaction, my raw, spoilery reaction to the fuckery, to the ratchetry that is that book, because, wow. Wow. Like, I'm listening to the audiobook sometimes, and I'm, like, driving, I'm like, what? This bitch, what? I kind of want to pull over and stuff. I was like, wow. wow, it's a lot. It's a lot, okay? But yeah, hopefully I'll finish that vlog / review pretty soon. Anyway, that's, oh, and I'm currently rereading The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I'm back. Oh yeah, I also wanted to talk a little bit more. Obviously, you could always skip this vlog, but I'm definitely gonna go insert some pictures of me completing like multiple attacks at once for current Satan a bit later, and with a voiceover, of course. But yeah, I don't know. There's been some crazy shit that's been going on over like this month already with like the whole Rich Lux situation. Obviously, this isn't book related, but whatever. The only thing book related, book drama wise, and I realized that I'm really not that invested, well, into social media, which is kind of my goal next year, I guess, to be more involved within the community. However, sometimes I understand that it can be toxic, because already with the whole Sarah J. Maas, no, not Sarah J. Maas, I'm sorry, Sarah Dessine, I only read one of her books in the past, but so luckily I guess it's a good thing that people started to expose themselves in that Twitter tree. And all I gotta say is, do none of y'all hoes know what group chat is? Like, group chat is wonderful. It's like this wonderful option that you can have on your phone. Like, you can talk mad shit about someone and they will never have to know. Like, all she had to do was maybe post that same picture that sent all of her friends in a frenzy to send after this poor little girl who had to delete her chat. Obviously, she's a grown adult now, but like this poor child who only made a suggestion to read another book that has a lot more meaning, to be honest, than her books, to be honest. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But I'd much rather read Just Mercy over a Sarah Dessine book for college, especially when it comes to like assignments. I'm sorry. Anyway, with that being said, she decided to post it to her, you know, fans, and of course authors started commenting on it. Of course, you have already a few authors who, you know, they briefly apologized. Some of them were good apologies, others not so much. But it was like, wow. It's like, and it's not just her. This is just a bigger topic, but like, I swear, you celebrities, public figures, whatever, you do, it's like, am I a dinosaur or something? Because group chat is such a wonderful thing. Group chat, I repeat, group chat is such a wonderful thing. If you want to talk mad shit about a person, I suggest you do it in group chat instead of sending multiple of your people towards this one person. And obviously, you guys know what you're doing. I don't believe not a single one of these motherfuckers who say, oh, I don't know my pop. No, sweetie. You know exactly what type of influence you have. That's why you posted it up there. And it's not just her. Obviously, I don't mean just her. But there's a reason why so many influencers, they post things on their stuff expecting their fans to, you know, attack a person. And when it backflashes, all of a sudden, when it fires on them, it's like, oh, I didn't know the power of my influence. Bitch, please. Save it. We already know that you know the power of your influence. Otherwise, you would have just put it in the damn group chat so that way you and your friends, the ones that you trust, can talk mad shit. But you didn't do that. You didn't do that at all. And the thing is about group chat is that you could always remove someone if you, like, for example, I have a few group chats. If I want to talk about something, but yet my friend wants to invite someone to a group chat, we will completely create a separate group chat where that person is involved, because there may be some information that maybe just because, you know, two of the people in the group chat doesn't, you know, trust this person, and I don't, it's a common courtesy to just completely start a different group chat. But again, to all you influencers out here, I suggest that you start a group chat. I'm just saying, start with the bullshit. Come on now. And then the whole Rich Lux situation, which there's a lot of disappointments. I've already seen like a whole bunch of disappointment when it comes to like the makeup community. Of course, with, you know, a whole bunch of shit. We've been through a whole lot of shit. When it comes to the makeup community, there's been a whole bunch of disappointments, especially when it comes for the drama channels within the makeup community. Like, I know that I stopped watching, well, most of them I avoid watching them because I already knew that they have certain biases toward, you know, certain influencers, aka certain white influencers, aka certain racist influencers that they have biases towards. And I'm not gonna lie, like, once upon a time when some of them I would either subscribe and then unsubscribe once I realized that they are back on their bullshit, because next thing you know, I was like, oh, I see you changed, let me subscribe again. And then I realized that, oh no, wait, you hadn't changed, let me unsubscribe. Anyway, and I'm so glad that people are coming out voicing the same opinions that I am, and I'm really shocked. And Peter Mon said in his video, like, it's a shame when you got an opinion-based channel who's scared to share their opinion about somebody. And it's like, wow. I'm not gonna lie, because some of these influencers' fans are kind of like Nazis. Not all of them, of course, but at the same time, when you're complicit into some of the bullshit, like, to be honest with you, here's how I view a true fan. To me, a true fan is someone who would hold their person accountable when they do something wrong. If you are a blind follower, you're just that, a blind follower, not a fan, because I'm a fan of a few people, but I can like hold them accountable. And I feel like that's the difference between like a fan and like someone who is just obsessed, an idolizer. I don't know. Am I making sense to y'all? I feel like there's a huge difference between someone who idolizes someone and someone who's just a fan of someone. In my humble opinion. I know that these two can like bleed in together, but for my definition, a fan is someone who can hold their person who they're a fan of accountable. Someone who is an idolizer is just that, someone who idolizes their person no matter what. No matter what. And we are in an age where we have a lot more idolizers than there are fans, to be honest. Anyway, I'm about to go to the grocery store, so feel free to come with me. And ooh, ice cream. I forgot all about getting ice cream, so now that's onto my list. And I need to get me some coconut soda, which is this awesome brand called Coco Rico. I know that Goya, they have their own brand of coconut soda, but I don't like it as much. It has like, I don't know, obviously all of this shit is artificial, but maybe because I grew up with Coco Rico first, I am more inclined to gravitate towards Coco Rico. Anyway, I'll be like, hey you guys, I'm back again, and I just got done eating at this restaurant called Honeydew. It's my first time ever dining at this place. I never heard of it beforehand, but it tastes good. They have like this vegetarian option, and that was like the first time I've ever tried, zucchini noodles, and I kind of wanted to make some at home, but that's it. Well, I might as well just get the pre-made one, but why not save some money? So obviously I changed the shade of my lips to like this gloss by Lime Crime, and I think it's like they're very well, the wet can y'all see this wet cherry gloss by Lime Crime, right? And it's the shade Sweet Cherry. Ooh, focus camera, focus. Anyway, y'all, it's called Sweet Cherry, and I put this on my lips. It smells so good, and oh my goodness, like I said, there's too much damn stuff when it comes for makeup. Anyway, anyway, so the reason why I changed it is because this shade from LA Splash, like, honestly, it's so goddamn old that I lost the damn thing, but it's time for me to like throw this away. Like, here's the thing, I liked it once upon a time, and I even have the black one, but I might as well throw this out too. Yeah, this one is called Venom, and I like it, and it's like a black and gold, but it's a matte black liquid lipstick from the same company. Problem is with the formula, it stays on, right? However, I feel like as the day moves on, you would have these big chunks missing from your like lips, and it's disgusting because then if you add multiple layers, it starts to feel like you have done multiple layers on, and it's like you can't really rub your lips, otherwise it's gonna roll off and fall off, and it's horrible. So I'm sorry. So it's time for me to like get rid of, I have like 4 from the same company. I got this and the blue one and the black one all in one day. I know that the matte blue one is so pretty, but I might as well switch it out with a different company. So preferably maybe I should like go for a black company, but I'm kind of running low and there's not that many in store that I can like swatch to see. I'm thinking about going for like the Maybelline one. I already have like this really light 2 blue lipsticks from NYX, and in my intro that you guys always see with my curly hair, well, with my curly wig actually, curly half wig for that matter, in that video you see me with the combination of the NYX blue jeans and Jet Set, and it's from the Liquid Suede line, but I might as well go back there to see if there's a darker blue to replace the blue that I got from LA Splash, because I can no longer handle that fucking formula, like at all. I can no longer handle it. It's too much. My lips and all of that. And obviously lip gloss is relative, right? However, I love the way that this lip gloss feels on my lips. I know Lime Crime is a problematic makeup company. Damn near every one of these damn makeup companies is problematic. I know about the whole Hitler costume. I know about the whole people being scammed out of their money from their company. I know about the rusted eyeshadows, which, oh my gosh, no, that's just too much for me. No, what? Rusted eyeshadows? Anyways, yeah, I know about that. Okay, but this was on sale. I know, I'm problematic in that way. Anyways, so, and some of their stuff seems interesting, Lime Crime. Like, I love the whole aesthetic of the company, but then you have to go up and screw up. However, there is a company that's similar to Lime Crime, minus the problematic shit that I know of, and that is Sugar Pill. And their liquid lipsticks are so interesting to me. It's like such a cute packaging, but like you got all these dark colors and stuff, and like, ooh, I like it. And then there's also this one company, indie company called Black Moon Cosmetics. And I remember because they were in some controversy too, well, with another makeup guru, Manny anyway, because for Black Moon Cosmetics, they have the crescent moon as their logo, and then Manny, he wanted to do the same thing, and there was a legal battle and all that other jazz. And anyway, but I'm really interested because recently, actually not recently, I think earlier on this year, they started to do you know, things with astrology, right? And actually, someone else on YouTube, no, not Natasha. It starts with an A, and her last name starts with an N. And she's really colorful. I love her makeup looks. But she predicted last year that this was going to be the year that a whole bunch of makeup companies start to go for the galaxy/astrology route. And she was right because but BH Cosmetics was doing releasing a palette for each astrology one. Which, by the way, the one for us Capricorns, whack. It was boring as shit. I'm embarrassed by it. Wow. Is that how all you people think of us? Boring? Okay, first of all, some of us are boring, but first of all, you just got to get to know us. Otherwise, we're going to show out, but there's no way in hell we're going to show out if we don't know you. Like, anyway, y'all be mad disrespectful to us Capricorns, and I don't appreciate it. Like, I just started to getting into astrology a little bit, and I was like, wow, they dogging us out here. Same with Geminis, but I don't know. Y'all can blame the Gemini celebrity/serial killers. Y'all have them to blame. Anyways, there's some, but she was right because, anyway, as I was saying, Black Moon Cosmetics, they started to release eyelashes, and each one is based on your astrology. So, yeah, she was damn right about the whole zodiac situation, and I will leave her, YouTube channel down below. She's from Swedish. Oh, well, she's Swedish. She doesn't really she speaks mostly English in her videos, and she is like the indie queen. Like, I like watching her videos and learning about more indie products, as well as, let's see, there's her and a few other people that I think about when I watch for indie products. So there's that. But yeah, I'm about to go to Michael's, which is way back there. Hopefully the lines aren't long. Bitch, of course the lines are long. It's Friday. It's Friday and people are shopping and doing the other stuff. So of course it's gonna be long. But at least it's gonna buy my time waiting for that damn delivery to come for Amazon. So yeah. And I just discovered what the locker was, so I'm taking it to my advantage. Because sometimes I just want to pick up packages away from home. So yay. I'll be right back. Hey you guys, it's Navasine and I'm back. So this is 2 days after this the other videos, but I went on a haul. Of course I'll record that a bit later, but I just want to update y'all on Not That Bad by Roxane Gay, and it's the dispatch of rape culture. Oh my goodness. So that book is definitely emotional. Most of the stories, to be honest, incited more anger in me, mostly at the people who failed them, at the people who you thought would be there for you but like completely disappointed you. But then again, it's like they're human. I understand that humans disappoint you, but when it's your family and all that, it's like I can't. Oof. And like I love that they talked about the anger that some of them have. Like, for example, some of them, you have men and women, of course. You have people who are trans, people who are part of the LGBTQ community who talk about their experience. You have one person who is actually a family member of someone who got raped, and she talks about basically all the angry women, right? I think that's the title of her story, right? Where she talks about how her family, mostly her mother, is angry at her for being angry for so many years at the person who raped her sister. And, she held that anger in for so long, and people are telling her to let it go. And like, oh my goodness, I wish I do have the ebook, but I've been listening to the audiobook more than like reading along. But she was talking about how it's funny how men are allowed to use anger to help them, and it's seen as passionate and all that stuff, but with us women, it has to be dealt with immediately, and we can't really show it because otherwise it's like, oh, she's just a bitch. And it's like, oh my goodness, yes. And then when she said that I'm not like to let go of her anger, and not to mention that the fact that the person who raped her sister is at family events, like Christmas events, oh no. See, I'd be angry too. I probably wouldn't even show up. Actually, matter of fact, I wouldn't show up at all. I don't think she did ever show up to any of the times that he came up, but just wow. And then not to mention the Brandon, I think that's his name. He was talking about seeing his uncle, who is also his rapist, die of cancer. And there was also a few Black people in there too, like this one girl, I forgot her name, but her father raped her, right? And her mother was angry, but then they went to therapy, and the therapist, fuck that therapist, because he just bought into that whole thing of she even mentioned it, like, because we much rather uphold the perfect Black family at the expense of Black girls. And I was like, oh my goodness, bitch, preach. And it's like, damn, for years. And like when her father was dying and they expected her to come, I was like, I would not come. Or maybe the more braver side of me, who isn't like that hurt little kid, I probably would show up and be like, I don't forgive you in front of all these people. And I would look at all these people in the face, because like the thing is, she said that the people were still judging her as if it's her fault. And even when she was because the second time it happened, like the second time that her father tried to assault her, she sent letters out to her family, to her people who she trusted, and all of them behind her back talk to her mom saying, what lies are your father or your, daughters telling you? Like, and like when her mother admitted that those aren't lies, everything was met with the same thing, like, oh, that's your problem. Oh my gosh, child, I was livid. And then the husband too, like, I get that that's her love, and she even gets it too, like, but she felt sick to her stomach that it's bad enough that my husband and my father have, something to laugh about together, and somehow, and she finds it angering that her father can still somehow make friends after all the shit that he's been doing. So it's like, sis, I get you. Oh my goodness. But that one made me angry too. And either way, depends on who you are in life. And my insight, crying, and my insight, anger, and my insight, a whole bunch of shit that you probably didn't want to confront, but I definitely recommend it. I'm not giving it a star rating because I don't know, it feels so weird giving a star rating about that. To be honest with you, like, I'm so iffy about giving nonfiction books, especially about someone's life, star ratings, to be honest. Especially something as serious as this. So, that's it on Not That Bad by Roxane Gay. I've been reading this fan fiction, though, that kind of lifted up my spirits with all the drama and hot mess. And it's called The Better Man. I'll put on the username somewhere here, but basically it's about Kakashi and Sakura having an affair because Sakura is married. But this takes place after, if you watch the show Burrito, I just know based on secondhand opinions that I probably should avoid watching it, at least until I'm like done with Naruto, because I'm on my way to like either to rewatch everything. Yeah. So it starts out after it takes place, after Sasuke defeated, after they dealt with the clones, like the clones with the Sharingan, right? But after that, Sasuke left, and Sakura, she's alone with Sakura, and she's clearly unhappy, but she's trying to convince herself otherwise. And Kakashi, he's clearly into her, right? And they have an affair, and a lot of drama ensues. Like I really feel for these people. I'm just at the part where things got like, it's juicy all the way. Like, the smut in here, perfect. I think you'll enjoy it. But I have to say, I really enjoy the relationship between Sarada and Kakashi, because he becomes like a father figure to Sakura, and it's like, it's so precious. And at the same time, your heart is aching, because here's the thing: I used to be a huge Sasuke and Sakura shipper, but not as much. As the years went by, and as I started to lose more faith in Sasuke, I was like, listen, I can't anymore. I can't. Maybe I should do a video dedicated to to how I got into like the fandom of Naruto. But my goodness, y'all, I cannot. That should be a get ready with me. Anyway, shit got so real, and Sakura is so damn precious. And I love how Kakashi says, you take your don't undermine Madara, because she's a lot smarter than you think, and she is. She is, and my precious little baby. Anyway, it's so heartwarming, and right now I'm so excited because there's another fan fiction that I've been keeping up to date with. Now, here's the thing: Better Man is actually completed, so you can read all 66 chapters. Now, I will admit, I wish that the username, oh my goodness, the author of the fan fiction would like bring would start with the indents, because I feel like those breaks and paragraph, like that little symbol to know that you're on a different scene. I wish that he or she would stop doing that, so that way we could like I don't know, more cohesive, because there were moments where I was like, okay, we don't really need this break. I don't know why you're separating it. And most of these chapters could be combined, to be honest. So, but they read mad quickly, to be honest. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy that fan fiction. Oh my goodness, I love it. And I'm going to add that to like my list of Kakashi / Sakura, fan fiction on my fanfic.net, Anyways, what other stuff? Oh yes. So my favorite fan fiction thus far, like I've been really into like, I never knew I'd be this way, but like I've been into more poly endgame for Sakura, especially like, here's the thing, here's how I stumbled onto this, right? I ship Sakura and Madara. Bite me. I love them together. Anyway, I love them together, and sometimes she has to like some of them I think has to travel back in time, and of course you see Hashirama and all of that, and like I think through those interactions you would have Madara, no, Hashirama characteristics, and like he's like adorable, and it's like, and he's kind of hot too, and then you start to read more, and then you start to think, maybe I should read Hashirama or Tobirama / Sakura shipping, and then next thing you know, I'm on Tumblr where all shit starts, and I'm seeing like images like, oh, this is accompanied with this fanfiction, and it's like, oh, it's all like the original people, like for example Hashirama, Tobirama, Senju's, Madara, Uchiha, and Sakura. And I was like, oh shit. Oh shit, let me click on this fanfiction, see if I like it. And next thing you know, I like it. And the more I go in, the more I actually like Madara's brother too. Because like here's the thing, he's barely mentioned. Like some would say like he practically caused a whole war because of over his death, give or take. Obviously, like Madara, he started the Fourth Ninja War because he just didn't want war to, well, he wanted war to completely end in a way that's most likely devastating. But he's like my favorite villain. Actually, he's like, I like to consider him an anti-villain because he had good intentions and he will get what he wants no matter what. Like I remember the first time I saw Madara versus the whole Shinobi Alliance, I was like, kill them all. And then I kind of feel twisted because I was like, damn, these are the people that I've been watching since I was a kid. Do I really want them to die? So I'm still conflicted to this day. Like I don't want my precious people from Naruto, like the good guys, to die. Neji died, but like, damn, I don't want them to die. But at the same time, I also want Madara to win. Like, can't we just come to a compromise or something? But obviously, through fanfiction, compromises are possible. Anyway, yeah. But then I start to like read more fanfiction where Izuna is more evolved because Izuna is Madara's younger brother, right? And it's obvious that I don't know if this is canon because I see them mentioning it in fanfiction where Madara, he had other brothers, but it's just Izuna now because all of them died mad young during war. And of course, Izuna ended up getting killed by Tobirama, thus fueling his hatred. Now then, I truly, truly, truly like Izuna. Like, I feel like he comes alive through more fanfictions than the animation because, man, we barely see him in the anime. And when I see him in fanfiction and people, as they project their own interpretation of how Izuna is like how his personality would be like, I start to fall in love with him over a character who's barely in the anime. He's brief, like for real, he's briefly mentioned, but I'm starting to like really like him and how some of these fan fiction writers, how they develop the brother relationship between Madara and Izuna, because he loves his brother. Like Madara loves his little brother. He will protect him no matter what. So it was so devastating to like, I can understand why he lost his mind over his brother, and obviously with war, and he could easily be manipulated that way because the curse of hatred took over him. Anyway, so there's this fan fiction called A Stitch in Time, and I will write down the link down below, but they just updated it. It's the 43rd chapter. The chapters are long, y'all, and I'm beginning to really like it when Sakura is sent back in time and she has to deal with all these people. But yeah, so there's A Stitch in Time that's probably endgame, and there's another fanfiction. I cannot believe it. Oh no, wait, no, it's the Rabbit Goddess. I don't know. But in that fanfiction, we just now finally decided. Anyway, in that one, it's also just as tragic because unlike this one, and I actually do like it when Sakura is sent back in time, but her family, well, her family and friends are still alive, but by some accident, she's sent back in time. And there's a few other ones where she's sent back in time, but this time it's just where Madara and, that Sakura and Madara are canon because the author tells you so. But one day you'll have to like figure out like, damn, is she going to have to choose between this life in the past or go back to the future where she belongs? Or is she going to have to like change some things in the past so that way, like there's a lot of shit that if she changes some stuff in the past, like the butterfly effect, it could really help her, the people that she was precious to, very close to her heart. And there was also another one which I have to like leave, like it's actually a trilogy where Sakura is sent back in time. The first one is with Sakura and Itachi. Oh my god. And then the other one is Sakura and Madara. And then you see what these people did that caused ripples in the future. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that trilogy down below, y'all. I love that. I love that trilogy so goddamn much. Anyway, but yeah, with The Stitch in Time, I'm going to go off line. I'm going to update the chapter so that way I can even finish reading it. And I love this one because unlike the other one where she's sent back in time and Polly's endgame between them, so the other one with Sakura being sent back in time, like they won the war, but to be honest, practically everyone Sakura cares about is dead. But somehow she gets sent back in time with these godly like powers, and then you see her trying to fix things. Anyway, but everything comes at a cost, y'all. Everything comes at a cost. And I like how it's like when you get rid of one evil, another evil rises. And that they never been dealt with before. So she's like kind of in the lost. And anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to read the chapter and I'm going to gush about it and make myself feel better. So this would technically be the last day of this certain vlog, but I just decided to film the haul. So finally, my makeup came in and also my wig came in. Now this right here is a half wig actually. And it's it's actually Rainmaker Secessional, and it's a half wig, and the color is 1B30. I like it. It's nice and curly and bouncy, and wait, I think y'all can like maybe see it. Ooh, girl. I know I should like probably like comb it out, but I like how soft it is. It's like that synthetic soft, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But I like it, and I thought about cutting bangs into it, but I don't know. If not, I could always like get a new one. But yeah, this is it, and I like it. I wish it had a lot more highlights though, instead of just, just a few here and there. It's very volumizing, volumizing. Anyways, but let me actually show you the makeup that I got, starting with concealers. Actually, I only got concealers, but hold on. So here I got concealer and the powder. So the only reason why it's set up like this is because I wanted to see how it would look like once I like set it, and so far so good. This dark color at the very top is actually the concealer shade for 420, since I got the foundation in 420. The middle one, well, the last two is actually from Juvia's Place Concealer. The middle one is J9, and I wanted to find something that's similar to 420 in the concealer shade, but it's whatever. And the last one is coming. Okay, the last one is coming up a lot more orange than it actually appears to be, but the last one is J12, and I like J12, but it's a bit too brightening for me. And I know it looks Oompa Loompa-ish, but in real life it's not that bad. And the powder is actually Gobi from Juvia's Place as well. The reason why it's like kind of halfway like this is because I wanted to see how well it would set. So far so good. I'll show you like the other stuff that I got, but basically these are the concealer. It looks a bit strange, but we'll get into it later. Okay, so we're back at all the books I got. So most of these are from actually, most of these are from gift cards and stuff. So technically I got these gifts from other people, but I use the gift cards myself. So first we have this classic called Metamorphosis by Obid. This has been on my TBR for like a long ass time actually. And I know it's about mythology and I know it's a long ass poem. I probably would wait another day to like annotate this, but I've been wanting to annotate for a long time. Next is the Discovery of Witches. I actually had the mass paperback book somewhere in my house, but I decided to go for the paperback version so I can annotate it properly and get rid of my mass market versions of certain items. Okay, so there's that. I know that the show is coming out, and from what I remember, I made it about like 2/3 of the second book, so I haven't even finished the series. I know I was obsessing over it back in high school, but these two are from the same author by Nikki Duren, and Temper has been. I actually saw Temper first before I got introduced to like the Prey of Gods. I hadn't read Temper yet. I know it's about like brothers and a demonic possession, and it looks like it takes place in a high fantasy Africa. Then you have the Prey of Gods, which takes place in a futuristic South Africa. You got demigods who are angry and trying to get revenge. You got androids. You got cyborgs. You got this little girl who is this little girl who has magical powers, and people trying to explore her. And I feel like it's gonna be such a good read. So this is by the same author, but I'll have to like save this for like another day. Then you have the 700. Oh my God, the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This has been on my to read for not a bit, but like since it's still kind of hyped up, I'm probably gonna wait a bit later for me to like read it because I don't know why when it comes for hype books I tend to avoid it. Next we have The Warmth of Other Suns by Isabel Wilkerson, and this is a nonfiction read, and oh, she's thick, bitch. Sorry, but yeah, I think this follows 4 families who are from the South during the Jim Crow era, and as they migrate to the North, and I know that people say that it's very heartwarming, that some parts will make you cry and stuff, and a lot of people has been like giving this book praise. So we'll see. Last book, actually, I actually got another classic book called Dangerous Liaisons. That book I'm going to have to annotate myself another day. I also got the audiobook somewhere, so I'll read on with that, and I'll probably let you guys know how I feel about it next year because classics, oh Lord, I struggle a lot with classics, y'all. I do. It's probably because I'm thinking about like school and all that other jazz. So there's that. So, but first let's go to bullet journaling. So I got the Moleskine. This is what, the hardcover? Oh snap, it's the hardcover. So I got the gridded version of the Moleskine, and this is actually the extended version. I thought this would be bigger, to be honest with you, and I wish it was bigger, but it's whatever. The pages are thin, so definitely no watercoloring. I did the graph reference page, so that way each time I need to like know when to cut this in half, I'll be able to do it. So far I've been like, already I added a few things for 2020, but I'll go into it a bit later. But let's actually get into some things that I got. This was actually gifted to me, and it's By the Fireplace by Replica. Oh my goodness, this smells just like you're by a fireplace. Like, they're known for putting a scene and making it smell good. Like, I know they have something called Old Lipstick. I don't really like that one as much. They have a fragrance called by the Jazz Club, and it smells like you're in a jazz club. But this one is something that's been on my wish list for a long time, and actually I would say that all of their fragrances are unisex, but this one is like my favorite out of all the ones I smelled. This one is it, and I've been waiting to get a full bottle, and finally someone gifted it to me, so thank you. And I wish the bottles were big because I'm definitely am going to finish through This is a hefty $126. Yeah, I know. But yes, this is a smell that I've been waiting for. And I know that there's probably a cheaper version by Demir. I don't know. Demir is another fragrance where they tend to like anything that you can think of, they have a fragrance about it. Like I know that Demir, they have a fragrance called an old bookcase. I know that they have one called leather, which basically smells like leather. It's not this company, but another one that I'll have to like hunt down. But I know that they have one called Fireplace as well, but I'll wait for it. I already showed you the concealers, but oh yeah, you'll definitely, just so you guys know, when it comes for Juvia's Place, their concealers are hella big, so you'll definitely get a lot of product out of it. So that's a perk versus Fenty Beauty, it's mad skinny. But here's the thing, I have horrible dark spots, and I've been seeing this around when it comes for hyperpigmentation. Let's see if it works. I'm probably going to concentrate it on like my chin area because it's always where my hormonal acne was, and each time I get hormonal acne, it leaves like really bad dark spots. And let's see if it ends it over time. If not, then I'll just switch over to another product. I've been using another product called Urban X for like my acne, and Urban X is actually a black-owned company from Atlanta by dermatologists. So yay! Another thing that I got from Fenty Beauty is their blotting powder. I probably would use this for a setting powder instead. The thing is, I'm not that oily. Maybe my nose gets oily, but I feel like everybody's nose gets oily by the end of the day, right? And this is the universal shade, obviously. And I didn't get the brush with it because I already have like another brush from Fenty Beauty that I could like easily snap onto it. It's not like the flat-ended one, but it's whatever, you know? Who cares? But that's basically it. Tell me. But yeah, that's basically it for this haul. I'll probably film a 2020 setup for my bullet journal because this year has been like quite eventful, and I'm kind of proud of how many journals I've been able to fill up with and how much I used it. But yeah, I cannot wait. And I cannot wait for my stickers to actually come through because I got plenty of stickers to fill up this whole thing because I wish this, actually I'm sure it came in different colors, but I only saw this one. So yeah, I got from Juvia's Place is the Hair and Glow highlighter. This is a very subtle highlight. Like I should have taken pictures of it, but like actually like when you put it on your face, it's very subtle and it's not that brightening stuff as other highlighters are. But I also use this highlighter in combination of the middle shade in the Nomad palette. Now this is the one that I've been waiting for, and these colors are so goddamn beautiful. So the other day I actually used this shade, the middle shade, plus this highlighter on my face on one side of my face, and then I forgot that I wanted to test this on its own. So for the other side of my face, I use this one, and it's very subtle, and I feel like this would be another topper to like a brighter highlighter. But yeah, this one I feel like you could use as like if you use a highlighting brush and dipping it lightly, you can definitely get a very intense highlight. So these are so nice. It's like fall and grungy, and this is everything. And I already did swatches, so I'll like insert them in the video. But that is it, you guys. This vlog is not my best, but hey, I'm kind of slowly getting used to doing vlogs. Okay, so hopefully you guys have a nice holiday if you guys celebrate it. And goodbye.